on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Now at the top of the key. Free throw line. Little floater up. Little floater in. Alabama up 73-72.
Crimson Tide women's basketball is on the air.
Here come the Crimson Tide. Driving. Left side layup up. Rattles home. Driving. Left side shot up and in. Counted. She's fouled.
Crimson Tide women's basketball is brought to you by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination for termite protection. Chick-fil-A. Download the Chick-fil-A app and place your order now at an Alabama Chick-fil-A location. And by Alabama One Credit Union, a proud supporter of Crimson Tide women's athletics. Now let's go courtside.
Good afternoon and welcome to Coleman Coliseum on the campus of the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Along with the legendary Jerry Kelly back in the studio, I'm Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover, and you're listening to Alabama women's basketball on the Crimson Tide Sports Network, where we're just minutes away from the 8-2 Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 9-2 Norfolk State Spartans. Today's matchup between the Tide and the Spartans is presented by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Crimson Tide. Alabama enters on a 6-game winning streak, including Thursday's 69-44 smothering of Little Rock. It was a magical night for the lone underclassman on the Tide's roster, Carly Weathers, who dropped a career-high 17 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Importantly, though, Thursday marked the best night of rebounding for Christy Curry's squad, earning a plus 19 edge on the glass. And Alabama needs to keep that same rebounding energy today against the Norfolk State squad that was picked second in the MEAC preseason poll. Now, this afternoon, the key for Alabama is managing turnovers. That sounds simple enough, but keeping possession has not been for the Crimson Tide of late. In the last 2 games, Alabama has a combined 37 turnovers, which is just way, way too many. Norfolk State is second in the MEAC in turnover margin as well, so they'll be looking to swipe the basketball all day long. If Alabama can keep the giveaways to a minimum, they should be pretty comfortable in this game. If not, things could get tight. That's your look at today's matchup, presented by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Crimson Tide. When we come back, we'll tell you the starting 5 for both Alabama and Norfolk State, and then start the action from here in Tuscaloosa. You're listening to Alabama women's basketball on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. With honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be shared with friends or family. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Meet Ed, movie buff, animal lover, safe driver.
5 years of driving an ambulance teaches you a thing or two. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. When I see a car trying to rush past a turning bus, I get concerned. You see, when big vehicles turn right, they have to swing wide to make the turn. And that's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
It's our roads. It's our safety. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
The lights are out, the pregame video is cranked up, and it's almost time to start Alabama versus Norfolk State here at Coleman Coliseum. And before we bring you the starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. The starting lineups are brought to you by your local Alabama Chick-fil-A restaurant. The Chick-fil-A app is here to help you savor every second of the game. With the app, you can score points towards rewards with each purchase. Just order ahead and score before the game even starts. Roll Tide with Chick-fil-A. We will start with the Spartans of Norfolk State, projected second in the MEAC in the preseason poll, 9-2 on the year. Starting at guard, number 1, Deja Francis, the graduate, averaging 13.3 points per game. That's good for 5th in the MEAC. Also starting number 2, Nia Fields, the sophomore from Peekskill, New York. Number 5, Camille Downs, the graduate, the transfer from UNC Wilmington, among many other places, will start as well, averaging 11.6 points per game. McCoy Diawara, number 12, the sophomore, also gets the start for the Spartans. And rounding out the starting lineup is Kiera Wheeler, the sophomore transfer from Daytona State College, wearing number 22, averaging 11.5 points per game. For Alabama, winners of 6 in a row, 8-2 on the season. The starting lineup is largely the same from what we've seen the last few outings. Number 3, Sarah Ashley Barker, the Georgia transfer, gets the start. The junior is averaging 4.5 points per game and 3.4 rebounds a contest. Hannah Barber, number 5, the graduate from Homewood, Alabama, also starting. She is the best three-point shooter in the SEC in terms of percentage. Of course, you've got Brittany Davis as well, 3rd in the SEC in points per game at 17.1 a contest, wearing number 23. The graduate gets the start today. Jada Rice, number 31, starting down low at center. The graduate transfer from NC State, a couple years in this program for Christy Curry. And rounding out the starting 5, another transfer, Aaliyah Nye, number 32, first year with Alabama after spending some time with Illinois. The junior is 2nd in the SEC in three-point shooting percentage behind Hannah Barber. We are all set to go here on this Sunday afternoon, December 18th. Christmas is a week away, folks. Can't believe it. It has snuck up on all of us, and we've got some holiday hoops all week long prior to Christmas Day on December 25th. A game today, a game on Tuesday, a game on Thursday, all at home for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama comes out in the white uniforms with the red lettering, numbering, and trim. Norfolk State comes out with green and yellow trim, numbering, and lettering on their jersey. It'll be McCoy Diawara versus Jada Rice for the opening tip. And it is won by Rice. Alabama will start with possession, moving right to left on the court in front of me. Hannah Barber has it and begins setting up the offense on the left side. Norfolk State's come out in a zone. Here's Nia at the top of the arc. Now give right to Davis. Davis to Barber, right wing. Looking down low, nothing there. She dribbles back to the top of the arc. Caught in a bit of trouble now, right side. This is Barker looking short corner. It's Rice looking for a cutter. No one was there. She'll throw it up top to Nye. 5 on the shot clock with 4 over to Barker. With 3, Barker will have to pull up. I think her shot was tipped, and it's taken by Norfolk State as Deja Francis brings it into the front court. Francis looking to go all the way. Stops. Kick right side. This is Wheeler who drives. Wheeler into the lane, almost lost the basketball, and then she walked with it. A turnover for the Spartans, and Alabama's got it back with 9:17 left here in the first quarter. A 10-minute quarter to be played, 4 of them. No score between the Tide and the Spartans. And here comes Hannah Barber. First meeting ever between these two schools as Barber gets it to Nye. Now left corner, this is Barker. Back up top to Aaliyah Nye, looking to swing. Nothing there. Now back to Barker on the left side. Down low, it's Rice. Rice has a size advantage, gives it off to Barker. She drives, kick, right corner 3 up from Barber. Right corner 3 good. And Alabama's on the board with the top percentage three-point shooter, Hannah Barber, knocking one down from deep. 3-0 Tide, 8:45 left in the first quarter. Norfolk State beats the press. Here's Deja Francis. First team All-MEAC in the preseason, was first team All-Conference last year. Give to Camille Downs, now a swing. This is Nia Fields moving around the top of the arc. Give to Francis, now swing left side. Downs trying to go off the dribble, stuck in the corner, throws it up top with 4 on the shot clock. It's Francis, down low to Wheeler in the paint. Turnaround jumper is short. Rebound is fought for by 4 Alabama players and finally taken by Brittany Davis, who brings it up. 8:14 left in the first, 3-0 Tide. Davis gets a screen from Rice, swings it left side. Barber had an opening, but the shot fake now gives it to Nye. Back to Davis on the right side. Davis will try and penetrate. Lost the basketball. Downs picked her pocket, but Downs does not have numbers. She throws it ahead to Fields, who snuck past everybody, and Fields gets the layup. 3-2 Alabama. 7:53 left in the first quarter. Nia Fields, the first bucket for the Spartans. Barber. High post feed. This is Barker. She'll drive all the way. Shot was short-armed. Impacted by, I think, Wheeler, and it's a rebound by Norfolk State. Here comes Fields. Fields barking out signals, hands it off to Francis, moving back around the top of the arc, left side Downs, now to Wheeler on the right side. Hand off to Francis, just beyond the three-point line. Francis uses a screen from Wheeler, gives it back to her at the free throw line. Now Wheeler reverses and then sends it up top to Downs. Downs with 4 on the shot clock will have to put up a shot. She does. I think it was blocked, and it's taken away by Brittany Davis. Here comes Davis. 3-2 Alabama. Brittany Davis stops just inside the three-point line. Swing right to Barker. Now down low to Rice. Her shot was blocked by Wheeler. Rebound by Diawara for the Spartans. And here comes Norfolk State slowing things down. 3-2 Crimson Tide. 6:54 left in the first quarter. Wheeler, top of the arc, looking for a handoff to Downs. Nothing there. Now gives it to Francis on the left side. Francis right in front of Christy Curry in the Alabama bench, doing a lot of dribbling. Give out to Wheeler. Swing to Downs on the right wing. Downs, now to Diawara at the top of the arc. 5 on the shot clock. Francis on the left wing. 3 on the shot clock. Francis will drive, pull-up jumper, way too strong, and that's a shot clock violation forced by the Alabama defense with 6:31 left here in the first quarter. Alabama leading at 3-2, but forcing Norfolk State into very deep possessions in terms of the shot clock. Christy Curry, the head coach for the Crimson Tide, in her 10th year, trying to guide Alabama back to the NCAA tournament. On the other side, for Norfolk State, it's Larry Vickers. His 8th year, 7th full season, was the interim a couple years ago, and they kept him around. He's done a nice job with this program, trying to get to the NCAA tournament as winners of the MEAC. Here's Davis on the left wing, dribbling around, right side pass. This is Barber. Now a high post feed to Barker. A nice quick pass to the block. It's Rice, but she's triple teamed, trying to get around everybody, and she gets the reverse layup to drop. How about that? 5-2 Crimson Tide. 6:05 left in the first. Here's the pressure from Alabama, but Fields gets it across. Now here's Francis driving. She'll pull up. No, the iron unkind. There's a whistle and a foul on Wheeler on the loose ball. She and Barker were fighting for it. So Kiera Wheeler gets the first foul of the game. 5:58 left here in the first quarter. 5-2 Alabama. Barker rolls it into Barber, who picks it up just beyond half court. High post feed, it's Barker. Up top, Davis had an opening, but swings left side. Aaliyah Nye wide open. No, too strong off the back iron. Rebound is loose and taken by Barber. Barber's fighting for it, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow favoring Norfolk State. I thought Barber had absolute firm control of it, and they might call a foul, but held ball called. The pro, though, for Alabama, even though they lose possession, is they can set up the press. Diawara will throw it in. She does to Fields. Fields taking her time. Gets across the timeline. Nye is right in front of her, keeping pace the whole way. Fields sends Francis to the left and sets up the offense with 17 on the shot clock. High post feed. This is Diawara looking down low. Tried to find Francis. It was tipped and somehow corralled by Francis, who gets it out to Downs. Downs in the left corner will drive. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound Wheeler, no. It's loose. And Nye and Diawara are fighting for it. Another jump ball called. Possession arrow this time favoring the Crimson Tide, as Norfolk State brings in Mahogany Williams, the junior from Monroe, Louisiana, the La Tech transfer. She will check in for McCoy Diawara. Up comes Hannah Barber, 5-2 Alabama, 5:10 left in the first quarter. Barber swing left to Barker, back to Barber. Now it's Nye on the right side, back up top to Barber. Right side, Davis, 3 up, 3 good. Brittany Davis didn't need much space, and she knocks it down to make it 8-2 Alabama, 4:54 left in the first. Again, the pressure set, but the Spartans break it with Fields. Fields moving to the right, hands it off to Francis, who sends away Mahogany Williams and gives it to Camille Downs. Downs uses the screen, step back 3, too strong. Rebound tip taken by Jada Rice. Good board from Rice, and Alabama wants to run. Here comes Barber. Barber moving quickly, navigating through traffic. Kick out, left corner. Nye, 3, good. Aaliyah Nye flexing from beyond the arc, and it's 11-2 Alabama with 4:20 left here in the first quarter. And the throw-in is loose and knocked out of bounds by Barber. to send us to a timeout. It was an awkward sequence right there on the inbounds, but Norfolk State will retain possession with 4:17 to go here in the first quarter. Alabama leads it 11-2 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, flu season is just around the corner, and the Alabama Department of Public Health wants to remind Tide fans that this year it's more important than ever to get your flu shot. Research shows that it's possible to have the flu and COVID-19 at the same time. This flu season, protect yourself and the people around you from flu and help reduce the strain on your local healthcare system, who is still responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/flu.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Alabama One is a proud supporter of the University of Alabama Athletics. At Alabama One, we understand you have big life goals. Whether you're paying off student debt, buying a home, or retiring, your big life goals require healthy finances. As a full-service credit union, Alabama One offers our members the resources you need to reach your goals, including better rates than most banks and a full suite of products, including credit cards and loans for mortgages, cars, businesses, and land. Visit us in person or online, alabama1.org. Alabama One is an equal housing lender.
A special thank you to Alabama One Credit Union, a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Women's Athletics. 4:17 left here in the first quarter. Alabama leads Norfolk State 11-2. It is an 8-0 run for the Crimson Tide. It was 3-2 for a good bit of time, but then Alabama started knocking down threes. Davis, Nye, both hitting from beyond the arc. Alabama 3 for 5 from the three-point line, and they came in one of the best in the SEC there. First in three-pointers made per game, second in three-point percentage in the conference. It's a big day in the SEC. Later on at halftime and at the end of the game, we'll update you on all that's happening across the Southeastern Conference. But here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama leads Norfolk State 11-2. Gray Robertson here in for Roger Hoover. Jerry Kelly back in the studio. Ethan Carabin holding it down courtside as well. Norfolk State will throw it in. And here we go. It's Francis bringing it up, cross to Fields, and Fields gets it back to Francis right across the timeline. Now Francis will drive. Francis a little out of control on the shot. It was no good. Rebound is tipped to Megan Abrams, who just checked in, along with Mingo Young, Cobbins, McQueen, and Weathers. And here comes Abrams. Gets a screen from Cobbins. Kick left side. Mingo Young thought about it. Now give back up top to Megan Abrams. 3:53 left here in the first quarter. High post feed to Cobbins, looking for a cutter. Nobody's cutting. So now Cobbins loses the basketball. Her pocket was picked by Francis. Deja Francis will go all the way. Layup too strong. Backside rebound is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Mahogany Williams for the Spartans. Alabama ball as Denasia Williams checks in for Camille Downs for Norfolk State. For Alabama, the 5 are Mingo Young, McQueen, Weathers, who had that great game on Tuesday, Cobbins and Abrams. McQueen, the Georgia Tech transfer, brings it into the front court. Norfolk State sticking with the zone. Give left side Mingo Young, now left corner. This is Weathers, shot fake. Gets it back up top to Jemiah Mingo Young. Back to Weathers, there's some space. Weathers for 3, no. Missed it on the short side and it went long to Francis on the board for Norfolk State. Here she comes, the graduate transfer from St. Bonaventure. She'll drive. She'll go all the way against Cobbins, but her layup was short-armed, rebounded by Jemiah Mingo Young. Here she comes. Mingo Young does not have numbers, and she stops on the left side. Now she'll drive and get a foul called against her on Wheeler with 3:02 left here in the first quarter. Alabama still leading by 9, 11-2. And that's number 2 on Kiera Wheeler. McQueen will throw it in with 22 on the shot clock. Quick give to Mingo Young, who nice move in the post and a little kiss off the glass. 13-2 Crimson Tide, under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Again, the pressure is set. Fields swings it far side to Francis, and now she's trapped right back to Fields. And the Spartans set up the offense. Left side, Mahogany Williams. Now further left. This is the other Williams. Back to Fields, who drives. Kick Mahogany Williams, left corner three. Too strong. Rebounded by Fields for Norfolk State, and another chance for the Spartans. Now Fields backs out and fires from three and knocks it down. Had some space on the right side and knocked down the triple. 13-5 Alabama, 2:20 left here in the first. Spartans hanging around here in the first 10-minute period. McQueen's picked up her dribble and throws it high post to Mingo Young. Now Mingo Young will drive, and on the shot attempt, she's fouled by Mahogany Williams. So Jemiah Mingo Young will head to the stripe for a pair of free throws with 2:10 left in the first quarter. Another sub for Norfolk State. Wheeler checks out. McCoy Diawara returns for the Spartans. And here's Jemiah Mingo Young, perfect on the season from the free throw line. The first is good. I'll wait for the second to read out the updated stats. Don't want to mess with any curses. One more for Jemiah Mingo Young. That's good as well. Now 18 of 18 from the free throw line this year. 15-5 Alabama, 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. Fields throws it ahead, and it's corralled by Denasia Williams, who gets it right to Francis to set up the offense. 2 minutes flat left here in the quarter. Mahogany Williams has it, almost loses it against Mingo Young, but gets it back and now drives. Williams, a wild pass on the left side to Francis. Francis trying to get by Weathers. Nothing. Whistle, and an offensive foul is called as Francis used the elbow to create some space. Good defense by the freshman Carly Weathers. And with 1:49 left here in the first quarter, Alabama's lead is still 10, and Matai gets the basketball back. Here comes Loyal McQueen. McQueen gets a screen from Cobbins and drives. Kick left corner, Weathers, who moves back to the middle. Now she'll kick Abrams right side. Open for three. No. All around the rim, and it bounced out to Denasia Williams, who gets the board. And here comes Francis slowly into the front court. 1:28 left here in the first quarter. Now Francis picks up the speed and drives. Kick out right side. Williams three. Missed everything. Long rebound by Abrams for Alabama. Quick pass up ahead. Mingo Young 1-on-2. Shot up. And a blocking foul is called. The layup attempt was no good, but Mingo Young will head back to the line for a pair with 1:16 left here in quarter number one. Camille Downs returns for the visitors. Deja Francis, who's played well early, despite not making a shot, will check out. Kiera Wheeler will also return. Even with those two fouls, out goes Mahogany Williams. Here is Jemiah Mingo Young. First free throw. Good. Oh boy. One more upcoming. This one is also perfect. How about a 20-for-20 start to the season for Jemiah Mingo Young from the line? 17-5 Alabama, 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Norfolk State breaks the press up ahead to Downs. She'll dribble forward and fire up a pull-up jumper that missed everything and was knocked out of bounds by, I believe, Denasia Williams. Either way, it's Alabama ball with 1:04 left in the quarter. And it looks like Gianna Cunningham will check in. Out goes Ryan Cobbins. 17-5, Crimson Tide. Throw in to Loyal McQueen, who brings it up. Picked up by Downs, right at the top of the arc, calling for Cunningham to come set a screen. Cunningham does just that. McQueen now dribbles to the right, stops, asking for some help. Another screen from Cunningham as McQueen goes back to the middle, drives, kick. Mingo Young of a left wing. Now she'll drive and lose it off her foot. The ball is loose on the court, and a foul is called on Mingo Young, who dove for it right on top of McCoy Diawara. 44.1 left here in the first quarter. And it's the first foul on Alabama here in the first 10 minutes going against Mingo Young. See if Norfolk State tries to get a quick shot, maybe have a 2-for-1 chance to end the quarter, but nothing's been really quick for the Spartans here in this first 10 minutes. Here comes Fields across half court. 37 seconds left in the quarter. Fields is in trouble. Mingo Young, almost had a steal, but his whistle for the personal. And very quickly, 2 on Jemiah Mingo Young with 34.3 left here in the quarter. Christy Curry will keep Mingo Young out there. Norfolk State throws it into Fields, who still needs help. McQueen is all over her. Now Mingo Young has switched on Fields. Fields will drive. A little floater in the lane is good. Shot clock is off. 17-7 Alabama. 20 seconds left here in the first, and the Tide will most assuredly settle for the last shot. McQueen with 11, with 10. McQueen with 9 will drive down the left side. Shot up. She was fouled. Layup wouldn't go with 6.8, but Loyal McQueen will head to the line for a pair. Personal goes against Camille Downs. That's her first.
At the free throw line for Alabama,
Loyal McQueen, 75% on the season from the charity stripe. The first. Perfect. One more for the Georgia Tech transfer. That one also perfect. 19-7 Alabama, 6.8 left in the quarter. Quick throw into Fields with 4. She's in trouble, lost the basketball with 2, and a foul is called on Mingo Young, and that's 3. Christy Curry gambled by keeping her on the floor, and the gamble did not pay off. 2.1 on the clock. Oh no, I beg your pardon, they've switched it. No, she pointed to Mingo Young, yes. Well, I'm not sure who the foul was on. But it's Alabama basketball with 2.1 to go. Weathers throws it in. It's picked by Williams. Williams has to hurry. The shot wouldn't have counted, and she missed it anyway. So after all that craziness, the first quarter ends with Alabama leading Norfolk State 19-7. The second quarter just around the corner here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I've been driving trucks for a long time. Safety is everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for children and teens. Hospital and doctor visits, prescriptions, shots, and more are covered. That's peace of mind for parents if a child is sick or gets injured. And parents may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if they've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Fans, stay up to date with the latest on the Crimson Tide by tuning in to Tide TV This Week. Check your local listings for TV times in your area. And remember, Tide TV This Week is also on demand at RollTide.com. Of course, a lot happening athletically for the Crimson Tide. Men's basketball, currently ranked number 4 in the country. Might drop after the loss to Gonzaga, but I thought they played well and shouldn't be penalized too much. They'll be one of the favorites to win the SEC. You've got bowl season truly going after 2 fantastic days to start it off, and Alabama will take on Kansas State in the Sugar Bowl in about a week and a half. And of course, women's basketball here at Coleman Coliseum. Alabama leads Norfolk State 19-7 as we go to the second quarter. Crimson Tide led by Jemiah Mingo Young with 6 points. And on the confusion to end the quarter, it was a foul on Fields for Norfolk State. No foul on Mingo Young, so that's just 2 on her, and she does not start the quarter on the floor. It's Barber, Nye, Davis, Barker, and Rice. And here we go. Norfolk State again moving left to right. Francis starts with the basketball. looking left and tried to feed DOR, but it was knocked right back to Francis by Barker. Now right side pass to Downs, looking down low for Wheeler. Gets a screen from Wheeler. Now Downs is trapped. Back up top to Francis. Francis, shot fake drive, pull up from the right elbow, and she knocks it down. 19-9 Alabama, 9:36 left here in the first half. And Hannah Barber controls the point for the Crimson Tide. Looks like Norfolk State has switched to man-to-man as Barber gives it left side to Davis. Davis gets a screen from Barker, now gives it back to Barker on the left wing, and she lost the basketball and then fouled Camille Downs. Downs saw Barker just holding the ball out, poked it away, and then Barker pulled that right shoulder to stop a potential fast break as Norfolk State brings in Sky Robinson for Kiera Wheeler. 19-9 Alabama, 9:16 left here in the second quarter. Deja Francis controlling the offense. Diawara now, top of the arc, left side. This is Downs. And she runs into Barker, who's called for a blocking foul. Thought maybe Downs had extended the elbow, but I think Barker was moving. Could have gone either way. And it goes against Alabama. 2 on Barker. Norfolk State basketball, 9:05 left here in the second quarter. Francis has it. 10-point game. Deja Francis gets a screen, moves to the left elbow, now pulls up. That's an easy jumper for her. She's made 2 of them here in the second quarter, and it's 19-11 Crimson Tide, 8:50 left in the first half. Barber ahead. Right side pass to Davis. Handoff to Barber. Quick trigger on the 3. Long rebound taken by everybody. There were 5 bodies in there fighting for it, and a possession, I should say held ball, possession arrow favoring Norfolk State, or Alabama, I beg your pardon. As Abrams checks in for Barker. 8:41 left here in the quarter, 19-11 Crimson Tide. Barber will throw it in from under the basket. Looking, give to Nye, inside the 3-point line, quick pull, and she knocks down the mid-range jumper to give Alabama another 10-point lead. 8:34 left in the second quarter, 21-11 Crimson Tide. Here comes Francis. Looking for a screen from Robinson. Gets it, moving to her right, handoff to Williams, now back up top to Downs. Camille Downs will head downhill. Nice pass, opposite block to Robinson. Layup good, and she's fouled. Norfolk State starting to find the cracks in the Alabama defense. Downs charged into the lane. Alabama defensively came over to help, and that left Sky Robinson all alone, and now Robinson will head to the line to try and complete the and one. She's 71.4% from the stripe this season. Here's the free throw. It's good. Alabama leads by a touchdown, 21-14 over Norfolk State. 8:21 left here in the second quarter. Norfolk State outscoring Alabama 7-2 in the second quarter thus far. Barber, handoff to Abrams on the right side. She'll drive, kick Davis, left wing 3. She got it. Whew, that was deep. Brittany Davis knocks it down, and it's a 10-point game once again, 24-14. 8:05 left in the first half. Francis, long throw that's tipped by Rice and taken by Nye. Ahead to Barber. Alabama moving very quickly. Right side, Davis, shot fake. She'll drive, kick out up top. It's Nye, swing, right wing. Barber, she'll fake a shot and drive. Back out to Nye. Left wing 3. No, off the back iron. Rebound is knocked out of bounds, and it was last touched by a Spartan. Rice did a great job battling for that against 2 Norfolk State defenders, and Hannah Barber will throw it in with 7:45 left in the first half. 24-14 Alabama. Barber to trigger, looking. Opposite side block, tried to feed Abrams. It was taken away by Downs, and here comes Norfolk State. Francis. Deja Francis going all the way. Kick out, left corner, it's Williams. Now she'll drive. Williams' mid-range jumper is good. 24-16 Alabama. That's number 24, Denasia Williams, not Mahogany. 7:22 left in the half. Barber ahead. Up top, Abrams thought about a 3. Now she'll start to drive. She's trying to work on Francis. Lost her footing. Kick out to Davis. She'll drive. Right side kick. Barber, 3. Yes! Hannah Barber with another one. Make her 2 for 3 in the game. It's 27-16 Alabama. 7 minutes flat remaining here in the second quarter. Francis is trapped at half court. Gets it across to Denasia Williams. And Williams waits for Francis, who was grimacing. Looks like maybe she hurt her ankle or something. I'm not sure. She now tosses it left side. Downs for 3, and she knocks it down. Camille Downs under 30% from beyond the arc all season, makes it 27-19. 6:37 left in the second quarter. Barber, right side handoff, Abrams. Abrams with Downs on her. Left side swing, it's Davis. Now left corner, this is Nye. Back up top to Davis, who dribbles, 10 on the shot clock. Give to Abrams. Abrams barking out instructions, high post feed to Rice. Rice lost the basketball, taken by Downs, who dribbled it off of the foot of Davis. Rice got it, kick right side, Barber knocks it down. A furious sequence. It looked like Norfolk State was about to get something in transition, but Alabama kept their wits about them, and Hannah Barber knocks down a three to make it 30-19 with 6:08 here in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor. Don't go anywhere. Alabama leading Norfolk State by 11 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The United States Deputy Sheriff's Association is a national nonprofit and the largest non-governmental provider of services to law enforcement. The USDSA assists city, county, state, and federal agencies with free safety equipment donations and officer survival training, along with cash donations to families of law enforcement officers who perish in the line of duty, college scholarships for the children of law enforcement, a citizen awareness program, and more. For more information on the USDSA and how you can help, visit usdeputy.org.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Bama fans, listen to Crimson Drive Tuesday and Thursday afternoons on all Crimson Tide Sports Network social media outlets. Crimson Drive is live each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time, so join us for the latest on Alabama athletics. Gray Robertson here, in for Roger Hoover, who usually does Crimson Drive. Ethan Carabin sitting over to my left, who also is a big part of all things social and show-wise here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Jerry Kelly back in the studio. We're all keeping track as Alabama and Norfolk State face off here on the Sunday. The Tide leads 30-19 with 6:08 left here in the first half for Alabama. The scoring has been mostly done by Hannah Barber, who's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc, 9 points. Brittany Davis has 6, Jemiah Mingo-Young has 6. For Norfolk State, Nia Fields has 7, Deja Francis has 4, and then a couple other scorers have gotten involved. It is Spartan basketball, and they throw it in to Fields. It gets it right back to Denasia Williams. Back to Fields. Have to get it across the timeline. Fields does just that. Offensive set now. Diawara give left side to Downs. Now back up top to Fields. Fields trying to drive. Kick out. Williams right side 3 up. No. Long rebound is tipped and taken by Brittany Davis. Here comes Alabama. Davis trying to find somebody. Nobody's there. Nobody's stopping her either. Now she'll kick him a left corner. It's Weathers for 3, and there's the freshman Carly Weathers. Fresh off a 17-point game, knocking down her first shot of a day. 33-19 Alabama, 5.5 left here in the first half. Fields across half court. Now give. Williams, right wing. Back up top, it's Fields. Fields moving to her left. Long pass to Williams in the right corner. Now Williams will drive, stop, pull-up jumper, too strong off the back iron. Taken by Brittany Davis was the rebound, and here comes Davis. Davis looking again. Long pass to Abrams, deep in the right corner. She gets it back up top to Barber, who sets the offense officially at the midway mark of the second quarter. 33-19 Alabama. Barber, right side. Brittany Davis looking down low. It's Rice. Ooh, great positioning, and Rice gets the backside layup to make it 35-19 Alabama. Wonderful job by Rice, sealing off a defender. And it was a great pass from Davis to anticipate the move by Rice. Norfolk State gets it across half court. It's Fields creeping forward, handoff to Denasia Williams, swing left down. She picks up her dribble. Now high post feed, Robinson, quick jumper, no. Rebound is tipped out to Robinson, and she hands it off to Downs, who goes downhill yet again. That wild layup is no good, and a whistle. They're saying it's Alabama basketball, and a foul was called on Sky Robinson, who soared in trying to get the rebound. First team foul for Norfolk State as McQueen re-enters. Aaliyah Nye is back on. Barber and Abrams check out. So it's Davis, McQueen, Rice, Nye, Weathers on the floor for Alabama. Norfolk State has Francis back on along with Fields. Crystal White has checked in for the first time. Sky Robinson and McCoy Diawara. 4:16 left in the half. 35-19 Alabama. Here's McQueen. Left side, it's Nye. Oh, she thought about it. High post feed to Davis. Davis in some trouble, doing a lot of dribbling. Kicks it out to Nye on the left side. Now Nye will drive, stop, give, Rice, whistle, and the battle was between Rice and Robinson's called for the personal. That's 2 on Sky Robinson, the redshirt freshman transferred from VCU. 2 fouls in the quarter for Norfolk State. 3:59 left in the first half. McQueen trying to throw it in. Nobody's there. Now gets it out up top to Nye. Aaliyah Nye will drive, pull up from the free throw line. Jumper was off to the right. Rebound is taken by Brittany Davis. Davis, long pass left side to McQueen. McQueen, ooh, she thought about pulling up. Instead pulls back. Waiting for a screen from Rice. She gets it. McQueen trying to drive. McQueen all the way. Wow, what a shot that just rolled off. But McQueen is fouled, and she'll head to the line. Loyal McQueen just dribbled through 3 Spartan defenders somehow and had a chance for the and one, but now she'll head to the stripe for a pair as Wheeler returns for Norfolk State. Out goes Robinson. Here comes Cunningham for Alabama. Jada Rice will take a breather. And now Loyal McQueen, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line today. First is good. One more for the Georgia Tech transfer, and she's perfect today. Alabama's lead is 18. That's the largest of the game. 37-19 Crimson Tide. 3:41 left here in the second quarter. Alabama again showing pressure. Francis back to Fields. Back to Francis. And Deja Francis gets it to Fields, who starts the offense. Fields moving to her right, handoff to White. Now swing to Francis on the left side, looking for a cutter, nothing there. Now give to Wheeler at the free throw line, and Wheeler walked. She was trying to drive. It didn't look like she was expecting the basketball and was just all out of sorts on that attempt deep into the lane. Turnover for Norfolk State. 3:22 left here in the second quarter. Alabama leads at 37-19 and has the basketball. A nice 10-0 run for the Crimson Tide as McQueen drives, kick, left side. Davis is open, and she knocks it down again. Brittany Davis making it look easy. 40-19 Alabama. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Norfolk State breaks the pressure. Here's Fields. Spartans really struggling to break down this Alabama zone. Give to White, now to a cutting Francis. Francis trapped amongst the trees, throws it out up top to Fields. Back to Francis, left short corner. She'll drive. Her shot is blocked by Brittany Davis and out of bounds. Last touch by the Crimson Tide with 6 on the shot clock. 2:43 on the game clock. Barker checks in for Brittany Davis. Mahogany Williams will throw it in to Wheeler. 5 on the shot clock. Does Norfolk State know it? With 3, with 2. Francis way deep. 3 was no good. Too strong. Rebound by Sarah Ashley Barker, and here comes Alabama. Barker gets a screen from Cunningham. Now she'll drive. Kick out. Nye, left side 3, open. Oh, it rattled around, no good. And a tussle down low. A foul is called, and I believe this will be on the Spartans, although I've been wrong before. It is on Norfolk State. It's Mahogany Williams. And I do believe that is the third on Williams with 2:23 left in the quarter. 40-19 Alabama. A thorough smothering these last 3 minutes and 44 seconds as part of a 13-0 run. McQueen throws it in to Nye on the left wing. waiting for the screen from Cunningham. Here's Nye at the top of the arc, right side, it's Barker. Now Barker will drive, stop, she'll continue to drive, looking for help, handoff to a cutting McQueen. McQueen moves through the lane, her shot was no good, and knocked out of bounds, last touch by Cunningham. McQueen somehow shifted from the right block to the left block and got a look, but couldn't get it to go down. 2:08 left here in the first half, 40-19 Alabama. Here comes Norfolk State. Deja Francis starts the offense from the right side this time. Swing left, it's Fields. Now deep in the left corner to White. Left short corner, Fields. Back out to White, left side 3 up. Rattled around, no good. Rebound tipped and taken by Barker. Here comes Sarah Ashley Barker. Up the right side. Barker. Oh, she looks like she wants it. Barker will drive baseline. A reverse layup is no good, but there's Cunningham to clean it up. Her putback was short-armed, rebounded by Robertson for Norfolk State, who just checked back in. And ahead come the Spartans, 40-19 Alabama. A little under 90 seconds left here in the first half. Fields starting on the right. She'll take a couple steps in and pull up from just inside the three-point line. Two-point jumper is good. And I believe Christy Curry has called a timeout with 1:17 left here in the half. Alabama leading 40-21 on Norfolk State. Coming up, we've got the Toyota halftime report. That'll be all the first half stats you could ever dream of, plus scores from around the country, including the SEC. As I mentioned, a very busy day. No spoilers from me as of yet, but there is a big game going on, and that's Tennessee at number 2 Stanford right now. That's all coming up at the half, the Toyota halftime report here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Gray Robertson, happy to be with you, in for Roger Hoover. Not that Roger's too far away. He's about 10 feet to my left. We're all enjoying what's been a pretty strong offensive showcase for Alabama. Over 50% from 3 in the game. Perfect from the free throw line, 48% from the floor overall. Alabama leads at 40-21 against Norfolk State. 1:17, now 1:16 left here in the first half as McQueen brings it up, handoff to Mingo Young, who's returned. Right side pass Abrams. Gets a screen from Rice. Now Abrams will drive the left. A one-handed floater was way too strong. Rebounded by Wheeler for Norfolk State. Here come the Spartans. Downs. Thought about 1-on-4, not sure why. And now she's dribbled herself into trouble. It's taken by Abrams. Alabama has numbers. Abrams ahead. Barker in transition. Layup was too much. And it's a rebound by Downs for Norfolk State. And now the Spartans are trying to run. Nia Fields stops, kicks, Downs, left side 3 up. No, off the back iron. Rebound is tipped right to Deja Francis. And with 36 seconds left here in the first half, Norfolk State will slow things down. Alabama still leads by 19. Here's Fields, right side, handoff to Downs. Downs doing a lot of dribbling, and then throws it away. Picked off by Barker, and McQueen asks for it so as to settle for the final shot. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Alabama leads 40-21 against Norfolk State. McQueen with 13, with 12, and a foul is called on Nia Fields. That's her second. Team's 5th, so McQueen will head to the line.
At the free throw line for Alabama, Loyal McQueen, shooting 2.
McQueen is 4 for 4, now 5 for 5. The first one's good. 12.2 on the game clock, and Alabama now leads by 20, 41-21. One more upcoming. That's good as well. Alabama starts the game 10 for 10. Davis and Barber check in. Mingo Young, Barker check out. 42-21 Alabama, 12.2 left in the half. Into Francis for Norfolk State with 10. With 9, with 8, she gets across half court. With 7, now she'll drive and be fouled by Barber with 6.6 on the game clock. Alabama does have fouls to give. Or I should say a foul to give. That's now 4 team fouls on the Crimson Tide. And Norfolk State will throw it in from underneath the basket with Francis. Francis looking. Long pass out to Downs with 5, and a travel is called. Downs tried to attack, but walked with it. 4.8 left, and now the Crimson Tide has a chance to knock something down right before the half. Barker has returned. Out goes Hannah Barber. Barker will trigger. Alabama's got to come up with something. Barker throws it into Rice. Handoff to McQueen with 3, with 2. McQueen pulled up and was fouled on the 3. Felt like Alabama just kind of came up with that on the fly. It was into Rice, handoff to McQueen. She moved to the left wing, pulled up and was fouled in the act of shooting by Wheeler, who commits her 3rd. And now Loyal McQueen has 3. She's already 6 for 6 from the stripe today. First is no good. But she's got 2 more. 1.2 left in the half as well, so not much Norfolk State can do unless they call a timeout to advance the basketball. Second free throw is good. One more. Here it is from McQueen. It's perfect. 44-21 Crimson Tide. Quick throw into Francis, and that'll be the half. Alabama ends the first half on a 17-2 run over 6 minutes and change here at Coleman Coliseum. And we head to the Toyota halftime report. Alabama leads Norfolk State 44-21. Halftime coming up here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last timeout? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie. Cook's Pest Control.
Hey Crimson Tide fans, as our state moves to the next chapter, the Alabama Department of Public Health is shifting strategies from emergency response to one that minimizes daily disruption to our lives. COVID-19 vaccines and boosters are widely available to anyone 6 months of age and older should you decide that you need one. Together, we can help to protect each other moving forward. For more information on COVID vaccines and virus prevention, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/COVID-19.
Well, we're having a grand old time here at Coleman Coliseum. Some kids are playing for one of those very fancy cups that you keep big drinks in out here at Coleman Coliseum as we all enjoy halftime. Alabama leading Norfolk State 44-21 at the break. This is the Toyota halftime report. And as always, we start off the halftime show with the halftime stats delivered by Assurance Financial. In less time than halftime, you could apply for a mortgage at assuranceMortgage.com. Let's take a look at those first half stats. Alabama shooting 44.4% from the floor, 12 of 27. Norfolk State 9 of 29 for 31%. Alabama over 50% from beyond the arc, 8 of 15. The Spartans 2 of 9. Alabama 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Norfolk State is 1 for 1, rebounding an edge to Alabama, 20-15 over Norfolk State. Both have 5 offensive rebounds, 3 assists for the visitors, 11 for the Crimson Tide, 11 turnovers for Norfolk State, 7 for Alabama, tied with 5 steals, Norfolk State with 7. Individually, we will start with the Spartans. Nia Fields has 9 points on 4 of 4 shooting, including a 3. Camille Downs has 3. Deja Francis has 4. Sky Robinson has 3. and Denasia Williams has 2. For Alabama, it's coming from everywhere. Brittany Davis and Hannah Barber lead the way with 9 points apiece. Barber 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Davis 3 of 3, and Brittany also has 6 rebounds. Loyal McQueen has 8 points. All have come from the free throw line. Jemiah Mingo-Young has 6, and then Jada Rice has 4. Carly Weathers has 3, and in terms of other big stats, 3 assists apiece for Brittany Davis and Hannah Barber. Other things worth noting, Alabama with 15 points off Norfolk State turnovers and 17 bench points compared to 5 for the Spartans. And that does it for the halftime stats delivered by Assurance Financial. Breaks 2 and 3 will be tied together. And when we come back, we will have Alabama Power scoreboard updates, what to expect in the second half. All that and more as Alabama leads Norfolk State 44-21 here at the break on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA, is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families, and one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 65 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crisp, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake. Tide fans, flu season is just around the corner, and the Alabama Department of Public Health wants to remind Tide fans that this year it's more important than ever to get your flu shot. Research shows that it's possible to have the flu and COVID-19 at the same time. This flu season, protect yourself and the people around you from flu and help reduce the strain on your local healthcare system who is still responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/flu.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Alabama can take home another Iron Bowl victory. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town, get the University of Alabama Regents Visa debit card. Tap to pay contactless card technology and Lock-It card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit regents.com/GoBama. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Halftime here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama leading Norfolk State 44-21. This is the Toyota Halftime Report on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Gray Robertson here in for Roger Hoover. Ethan Carabin to my left, Jerry Kelly back in the studio. And as we roll right along with the Halftime Report, it is time for the Alabama Power Scoreboard Updates. The Scoreboard Updates are presented by Alabama Power. The latest scores from the SEC and around the nation are presented by Alabama Power. Proud to support the Crimson Tide. And as Jerry gets rolling, the best update music this side of the Mississippi, we take a look at what's happening around the SEC. A bunch of games are at halftime. Vanderbilt leading Lipscomb in Nashville 33-19. I guess either way it would be in Nashville. Halftime in College Station, and Texas A&M leads SMU 32-24. The biggest game of the day, Tennessee at Stanford. And how about the Lady Vols? They are hanging around with number 2 in the country, all tied up at 35 at the half. That game is on ABC if you want to do a little check-in on that while you're listening here. Finals from the day, a tough loss for Kentucky, falling to FGCU in Lexington 69-63. Auburn makes quick work of Samford 91-37. Florida gets past UNC Greensboro 79-55. And Charleston Southern scored double digits in the game and in a quarter, but South Carolina still roughs them up 87-23. Oh boy, the Gamecocks, number 1 in the country, still undefeated. But of course, the most important score in the SEC is Alabama-Norfolk State, and also 2 games coming up, Illinois at Missouri, Oregon State at LSU. But that is your Alabama Power Scoreboard Update. Now it's time to discuss what to expect in the second half, presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. Alabama leads Norfolk State 44-21. What do I expect to see in the second half? I'll tell you what, Alabama, who loves to play man, went with that zone for the majority of the second quarter, and it really worked. Norfolk State at one time got it to 27-19 by driving, getting some quick mid-range jumpers and knocking those down, but they didn't get very many looks against Alabama's zone at the latter part of the second half, or second quarter, I should say. So I would expect to see Alabama come back out with that plan defensively and just keep trying to frustrate and confuse these Spartans for Norfolk State. I would think Norfolk State will try and get some more of those shots, but they haven't figured out how to do it against the zone thus far. We'll see if they can make that adjustment in the second half. Offensively for the Crimson Tide, they've been getting open looks at 3, and against a zone, you have to do that, and they've been knocking them down. That's why Norfolk State switched to a man, and once they did that, the Crimson Tide did what they do: drive, penetrate, quick passes, either out beyond the arc or on the opposite side block to a Jada Rice, or occasionally Sarah Ashley Barker, who was down there a few times. Alabama has figured out ways to beat both key defensive strategies for Norfolk State here thus far in this game, and I would expect that they will just keep on rolling with the present plan. The other thing I would note, Alabama 7 turnovers, not terrible, but probably still a couple too many. Perhaps Christy Curry right now is stressing of the locker room to tighten up on that. But honestly, not a lot to adjust as Alabama leads Norfolk State 44-21 here at the half. And that does it for the Toyota Halftime Report. Visit your local Toyota dealers or Toyota.com now and take advantage of the amazing deals on our full line of vehicles. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. And listeners, let's go places to the third quarter of action. When we come back, the third quarter will kick off as Alabama leads Norfolk State 44-21 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time for today's STEM tip. Okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We're all ready for the second half here in Tuscaloosa. Alabama leading Norfolk State 44-21. Before we start the third quarter, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. (44-21) your score. The Tide will start with the starters here in the third quarter. Rice, Nye, Davis, Barker, Barber. Norfolk State doing the same, I believe. No, check that. They've got Sky Robinson in instead of Diawara, but everybody else in the starting lineup is on the court. Fields, Francis. No, check that. Diawara is on, so no Wheeler. Robinson, Diawara, Francis, Fields, and Downs. No Wheeler on the court, and I would assume that is because she has 3 fouls. So Larry Vickers probably holding her as long as he can. Norfolk State will start with the basketball, moving right to left, and Fields will have it at the point. High post feed to Robinson, swing left side. This is Francis. Francis going up against Davis. Francis now against Rice. Wild shot that Francis somehow found. She'll back out beyond the arc on the left side. Her 3 is no good. Rebound Jada Rice, and Rice gets it to Barber, who brings it into the front court. Barber quickly, right side. Brittany Davis open. That looked short, it was, but a long rebound out to Hannah Barber. Barber now to Nye on the right side. Nye will pull up and knock it down. Some second chance points for the Crimson Tide. It's 47-21, Alabama, 9:22 left in the third quarter. Norfolk State breaks the press. Here's Fields. Fields, right side to Diawara, now right corner. Francis thought about it, nothing there. Back up to the top of the arc, it's Fields. Swing left side now, Downs. 7 on the shot clock, Downs. Back up top to Fields, right swing. This is Francis with 4 on the shot clock, she'll drive. Kick to Downs with 2, quick 3 up, that was short. And Norfolk State completely out of rhythm here to start the second half on offense. 8:57 left in the third quarter, 47-21 Crimson Tide. Hannah Barber, met by Fields, gets it across to Barker, back to Barber to break the pressure. Now a long pass, right corner, it's Davis, 3 up, good. Again, Brittany Davis. That's 12 for her, and it's 50-21 Alabama. Francis ahead, swing right to Fields. Back to Francis on the left wing. She'll drive, stop, and pull back out. With 8:29 left in the third quarter to Diawara, now right corner, this is Fields. Down low to Diawara, trying to get it to a cutting Robinson. She does. The shot, though, was blocked by somebody, and Barker comes away with it. Sarah Ashley Barker ahead to Nye, swing, left corner, Barber, 3. That one off the front of the iron, and a backside rebound by Francis, who brings it up with 8:07 left in the quarter. 50-21 Alabama. Here's Francis in transition against Barber, taking on Rice. Layup was off the front and taken by Nye. Aaliyah Nye will run now. Well, she thought about it, and then she stopped, and Francis knocked it out of bounds. Last touch by Norfolk State. And now a line change for the Spartans. They've got 5 coming in. It's Wheeler, both Williams, Denasia, and Mahogany. Alana Swift checking in for the first time, and Crystal White. With 7:54 left in the quarter, Alabama leading 50-21. Nye throws it into Rice, who hands it off to Barber, who sets up the offense at the top. Swing left side, Davis. Back up top, Barber. Right side, quick pass, Nye from the corner. 3 is good again. Aaliyah Nye's got 3 triples, and she's got 11 in the game. 53-21, Crimson Tide, 7.5 left in the third. Denasia Williams and Swift passing it back and forth as Swift gets it across the timeline and sets up. Moving to her right, handoff to White. Now swinging, Williams at the top of the arc. Long pass to White, who gets it back to Swift, deep in the right corner. She'll drive and throw it to no one, and then somehow get it back. 3 on the shot clock. Swift just puts up a floater. No. Rebound taken by Brittany Davis. That was a mess of a possession. And now here comes Alabama. Davis ahead to Barber on the left wing. To Barker. Back up top. Brittany Davis open. Oh, it rattled around and fell out and was knocked out of bounds by Mahogany Williams. Crimson Tide basketball with 6:59 left here in the third. 53-21 Alabama. Barber will throw in. Lots of screen action. Quick throw into Nye. Jumper from just inside the three-point line's no good, but there's Rice on the board. Shot up, can't get it, but she's fouled, and Jada Rice will head to the line for a pair of free throws. Jada Rice, though, has struggled from the stripe this season, 22.2% on the year. Trying to improve that. Here's the first. It's perfect. You would never know it based on the form of that free throw. 54-21 now. One more upcoming for the graduate Rice from Sewanee, Georgia. That's good as well. How about Jada Rice? Saying, I don't know, but it was good. Smiling and laughing with the bench. 55-21 Alabama. 6:46 left in the third. And that was almost a 10-second call, but Swift gets it across. Barber is all over Alana Swift right now. Swift on the right side. Throws it away. Davis and Williams were chasing, and it was last touched by Denasia Williams as it rolled out of bounds. Alabama ball, 6:34 left in the third, 55-21 Crimson Tide. This game was at one time 27-19. Barker to Nye, left wing. Barber looking down low for Rice, gets it to Rice. Rice versus Wheeler, and Rice walked. Couldn't quite keep the foot down and keep her dribble. Turnover for Alabama, but Alabama can set up in the pressure as Norfolk State throws it in to Swift. Swift against Barber. Barber has to turn and run. Now Swift is trapped, and she stepped out of bounds. Barker came up to help on the trap, and Swift was not having it. Stepped out of bounds, another turnover, 6:16 left in the quarter. Alabama ball leading 55-21. Barber quickly, handoff on the right to Brittany Davis. Gets a screen from Rice, moves back to the middle. Now over to the left side, Nye, shot fake drive. Tried to throw it to Barker, but it was knocked out of bounds by Spartan. Alabama basketball with 19 on the shot clock, 6:05 on the third quarter game clock. Barber, quick throw into Barker, whose layup was just too strong. Shot it in the air and couldn't quite put the necessary touch. Here come the Spartans. Swift across half court. Can Norfolk State get some kind of offensive rhythm? Swift on the right side, almost traveled, throws it up top to White, and White throws it away. Was trying to find a cutting Mahogany Williams, but the pass was too high. Might have been too high for Kareem. And Fields checks back in for Norfolk State. Out goes Swift. 5:44 left here in the third. 55-21 Alabama. Tide outscoring Norfolk State 11-0 here in the third quarter. That seems good. Barker to Barber. Back to Barker across half court. Sarah Ashley Barker against Fields, trying to work. Barker driving. Oh, what a take! And a layup. Beautiful, Sarah Ashley Barker. 57-21 Crimson Tide. 5:23 left in the third. Norfolk State brings it up. Here is Fields trying to set the offense and get the Spartans something here in this third quarter. Give to White in the left corner to a cutting Mahogany Williams, who had it chopped away out of her hands, taken by Aaliyah Nye for Alabama. She's trying to go short corner, but active hands for the Tide. And now here's Hannah Barber on the right wing, looking for a cutter. Give right corner, it's Nye. Up top, Barker, swing left side, wide open. It's Davis, it's good. From deep yet again, Brittany Davis. 60-21 Alabama. 4:48 left here in the third. Brittany Davis has 15. Norfolk State up ahead to White and back up top to Fields. It's 16-0 Alabama in this quarter. Mahogany Williams, left side it's White, back up top it's Fields. She'll just pull up from straight away, and the three is no good. Rebound by Brittany Davis. Alabama wants to run, as they always like to do. Davis, right side, Barber's open, another three. This one is short, but there's Rice on the board, and one. Jada Rice just sealed everybody on the opposite side, had an easy offensive rebound, got the bucket and the harm, and she will go to the free throw line to try and complete the and one when we come back. A dominant 18-0 run for the Crimson Tide to start the third quarter. It's 62-21 with 4:21 left here in the third on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 65 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crisp, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the fan life.
Member FDIC.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
A special thank you to Alabama One Credit Union, a proud supporter of Crimson Tide women's athletics. Some proud supporters here in Coleman Coliseum, especially in the second half. Good golly. Alabama outscoring Norfolk State 18-0 in this quarter. It is 62-21 overall. And just some quick math. Since Alabama led 27-19, the Tide is on a 35-2 run. I did have to use the calculator for that one. When we left you, Jada Rice got a layup, got fouled, and now she's at the stripe looking for the and one. Tied with McQueen, Abrams, Weathers, Mingo Young, and Rice out on the floor. Cobbins is waiting to check in should Rice make the shot. And Jada Rice is 2 for 2 from the stripe today. Here's the and one chance. How about 3 for 3? The whole bench is smiling as Rice checks out. Cobbins is in. It's 63-21 Crimson Tide with 4:21 left in the third. Norfolk State, needless to say, hoping to get on the board here in the quarter. It's been tough against the Alabama defense as Francis brings it across and sets the offense. Moving to her right. Further to her right, handoff to Williams. Back up top to Fields. Now Fields will drive. Opposite block pass to Diawara is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Crimson Tide with 14 on the shot clock. Francis will trigger from under the basket. No cutters, throws it to Downs, who then had to throw it backwards as she was falling out of bounds. There were no Spartans there. Abrams takes it, and here she comes. Megan Abrams, handoff left side to McQueen. Gets a screen from Cobbins, drives, kick, left wing, 3, Abrams off the back iron. Rebound by Downs for Norfolk State. Abrams still scoreless today. Little odd. 3:44 left in the third. Here comes Francis, handoff to Fields. Now a handoff on the right side to Downs, moving back to the middle. Oh, nice pass to a cutting Williams. Denasia Williams had an easy look at the basket, and look at that. Norfolk State is on the board here in the third quarter, 63-23 Alabama. 3:26 left in the third. Here comes Abrams, setting the offense on the right wing. Gets a screen from Cobbins. Now gives it to Mingo Young on the left side. Jemiah Mingo Young doing some dancing. Drive, fouled as she tried the turnaround jumper. And she will head to the stripe for 2 free throws. Foul goes against Fields, and that's 4. That's huge. Jemiah Mingo Young, 4 for 4 today, 5 for 5. Mingo Young, the senior, Mississippi State transfer from a few years ago out of Bogalusa, Louisiana. The second is no good. Her first miss of the year, but it's rebounded by Weathers. And Alabama will get another shot, leading 64-23 with 3:06 left in the third. And as McQueen was dribbling around, she was fouled. And if that's on Fields, which it is, that's 5. Nia Fields has fouled out at the 3:06 mark of the third quarter. So she is done today with 9 points. Diawara also checks out. For Norfolk State, it's Francis, Mahogany Williams, White, Denasia Williams, and Downs. Throw into Mingo Young, who will drive up the left side. Shot was short. She fights for the rebound. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favors the Crimson Tide with 3:01 left here in the third. Still 64-23 Alabama. McQueen will throw it in. Loyal McQueen. Taking some time, gets it into Cobbins. Ryan Cobbins now working against Mahogany Williams. Ooh, what a move by Cobbins, but her shot was blocked. And then Francis lost it out of bounds. Still Alabama ball with 2:54 left in the third. Cobbins made a nice move on Williams, but a phenomenal recovery by Mahogany. Francis, though, couldn't control it, and now McQueen will throw it in yet again under the basket. McQueen looking out to Weathers. Weathers gets a screen from Cobbins as she moves to the middle. Now Carly Weathers goes all the way, and her shot was blocked out of bounds by Mahogany Williams. How about Mahogany Williams? But it is Alabama ball yet again, and McQueen will trigger. Quickly into Cobbins. Nobody was in front of her, and then she put the ball on the ground for some reason. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Norfolk State. And the coaching staff is saying the same thing. Ryan put it up immediately. After a lengthy possession, Spartans have it back. 2:45 left in the third. 64-23 Alabama. Throw into Downs, who's trapped by Weathers and Abrams. Cross-court pass to Francis, who gets it across half court and then loses it. Pocket picked. Loyal McQueen. She's on the run. It's 2-on-2. Kick out. Mingo Young left side. She'll drive and put up a shot in the lane. It was blocked. Rebounded by Downs for Norfolk State. Now it's 3-on-1. Kick out left side. Crystal White for 3. No. Long rebound taken by Deja Francis for the Spartans. Francis. Fancy dribbling, getting herself into trouble. Mingo Young dives on it, and if this is another jump ball, the possession arrow favors Alabama as the official has a word with Deja Francis. And another chance with Mingo Young. That one got a little bit chippy. I believe it was called a jump ball, but now explanations being given to all the coaches. Yeah, that's right. It was officially a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring the Crimson Tide. 2:15 left in the third. 64-23 Alabama. Here's McQueen. Oh, she's got a lot of space. Williams bumped into her, but McQueen gets it ahead to Cobbins and now to Abrams on the right wing. Megan Abrams gets a screen from Cobbins. Trying to feed it to Cobbins was Abrams, and it was kicked by a Spartan with 2:04 left in the quarter and 20 on the shot clock. Abrams will throw in. Quickly to Cobbins. Handoff to Abrams at the top of the arc. Now left side, Mingo Young. Kick out Weathers. She's open, but it was short. Long rebound collected by Weathers, who almost shot it again. Instead up top to Abrams. Swing right side. McQueen is open for three. Loyal McQueen knocks it down. 67-23 Alabama. Dominance. Downs ahead with 1:40 on the clock. Her layup is blocked from the backside by Mingo Young, and a technical is called. But on whom? Was it Mingo Young? The official's finger seemed to be pointing at Jemiah Mingo Young, but also in the general vicinity of the Norfolk State bench. So and it is on Mingo Young. So 2 technical free throws for Norfolk State. Looks like Mingo Young was chirping a bit. 3 fouls now on Jemiah. And Crystal White will attempt the shots. 3 of 4 on the season. Interesting choice. Here's the first, no good. One more for White. Here's the second. That one is good. And Norfolk State gets 1 point back after the technical. Mingo Young will check out. Davis back in for Alabama. It is Spartan basketball with 1:37 left here in the third quarter. 67-24 Alabama. Mahogany Williams throws it into Camille Downs. Her brings it up. High post feed to Williams against Davis. Mahogany Williams downhill. Good shot, but it was just too strong. Rebounded by Carly Weathers. And the freshman feeds Abrams quickly into the front court. Now Abrams will drive. There's an alley. Abrams all the way. Too strong, but she's fouled. Man, when Megan Abrams gets that full head of steam, she is really tough to stop. And Norfolk State on the foul, able to impact the shot just enough to make sure it didn't go down. But now Abrams stands at the line, and she's an 80% free throw shooter this year. And now the officials are conversing about something. But what could it be? Looks like we're going to review that last foul. Or maybe something in that general vicinity. Actually, they're going to check and see who the foul was on. It has been, for now, charged to Wheeler, and this is important because it would be her 5th. So Norfolk State clearly wanted to make sure that they got it right. Folks, keep up with everything Alabama with the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free at the App Store and Google Play. Looks like we have a decision. And it sounds like they will charge the foul on Mahogany Williams. Yes, personal on Williams. That's her 4th, so Wheeler can stay eligible for the game with 4 fouls. 1:21 left in the third, 67-24 Alabama. The Tide has dominated since about the midpoint of the second quarter and throughout this third. And looking for a little bit more with Megan Abrams at the line. As I mentioned before the review, 80% on the season is Abrams. Quietly waiting. Here's the first. It's perfect. One more. The second is just as good. Sky Robinson checks in for Norfolk State. It is 69-24 Alabama after Abrams gets her first 2 points of the outing. And now Wheeler is out. Mahogany Williams back in. Alabama setting up in the full court pressure. Robinson will throw in. to Denasia Williams. Back to Robinson. Now over to Downs. Neither Fields, because she fouled out, nor Francis are on the floor, and Davis takes it away from Downs. Easy layup, 71-24. I was mentioning that because your 2 point guards aren't on the court, and a quick turnover. And now another one. Denasia Williams was hustling up and tried to feed Robinson, but overthrew it. Out of bounds to Alabama with 1:02 left here in the third. 71-24, Crimson Tide. Throw in to Loyal McQueen, who lets it roll all the way to the State of Alabama logo at midcourt. Now moving to her left, handoff to Weathers, back to the middle. Right side, it's Abrams. It was slightly tipped, but Abrams got it back. Now Megan Abrams driving up the left side of the paint. Stopped, kick out, McQueen, left side three, up and perfect. She holds up 2 fingers to the bench because she's got 2 triples today. 74-24 Alabama. 41 seconds left in the quarter. Norfolk State quickly ahead. This is Crystal White deep in the right corner, and she brings it back out up top to set the offense. To Robinson, handoff, Downs. Downs will drive, stop, kick out, right corner, Williams. Denasia drives with 5 on the shot clock. A wild turnaround jumper is missed. Backside rebound, Brittany Davis, and she's fouled from behind by Sky Robinson. With 16.3 left in the quarter, Alabama's lead is 50, 74-24. Cunningham will enter the ball game. Out goes Cobbins. And Norfolk State well over the foul number. Alabama in the bonus. Davis is at the line. Her first attempts today on the season. Brittany Davis just under 70%. Maybe at 70% after she makes the first. She can surely do it if she makes the second. Here it is. Perfect. 76 for Alabama, 24 for Norfolk State with 16.3 left in the quarter. Swift back in for the Spartans. Out goes Mahogany Williams. Denasia Williams throws it in to Swift, who is trapped immediately. Tried to throw it back, but the ball was tipped up and somehow found Crystal White. Now White has to hurry with 9 on the clock. With 8, throws it opposite side to Williams, who gets it across the timeline with 4 now, with 3, and there's a foul on the backside as Downs was trying to drive with 3.2 left in the quarter. Foul on Brittany Davis. That's her first. 3.2 left, quickly into Downs with 2. With 1, Downs pull up from the free throw line is no good. And just a horrible third quarter for Norfolk State comes to an unfortunate ending for Alabama. You couldn't ask for a better frame. The Tide outscores the Spartans 32-3 in the third quarter, and we head to the fourth. Alabama 76, Norfolk State 24 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Ready for our little forest adventure?
Yes! So much waiting for me. Yeah, I wanna go outside. I wanna be.
We're here.
Whoa, that was fast.
There's a forest closer than you think. Find a park or forest near you and music inspired by nature. DiscoverTheForest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You're not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Alabama Alabama in firm control against Norfolk State as we head to the fourth quarter. 76-24, Crimson Tide here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover. Ethan Carabin to my left. Jerry Kelly, the legend, back in the studio. And the Crimson Tide has been impressive in the second half in particular. Norfolk State starts off with the basketball. Alabama with the starters, minus Jada Rice, Cunningham out there to begin the fourth. It's Swift for Norfolk State. Low post feed to Robinson, who gets it right back out to Swift. Swift on the right side, right in front of the Norfolk State bench, trying to navigate. Kick out up top to Nasia Williams, 8 on the shot clock. Now far left, this is White with 6. With 5 up top, Williams 3 is good. Big for Denasia Williams. Norfolk State gets a trifecta, 76-27 Alabama. And the Spartans show pressure as Barber needs help. Gets it to Brittany Davis. And now Davis considers driving, but instead kicks it out to Hannah Barber, who starts the offense on the right. Barber, stop, kick, Nye on the right wing. High post feed to Brittany Davis. Good defense by Downs. Now with 4 on the shot clock, Davis will drive, kick out Barker. Left corner, has to put something up. She will, and she'll get it. She took a step in, so it's a 2. But Barker beats the buzzer with 8:49 left here in the fourth, 78-27 Alabama. Swift across half court. To White, now Williams. Left side, Swift. Left corner, Williams. Denasia Williams will drive. Kick to Downs on the right corner, pass right wing. White, shot up, no good. Rebound Robinson for Norfolk State. Kick out to Swift. To White, back to Downs. Right corner, 3 is up, no. Rebound by Aaliyah Nye. Alabama brings it up. Nye stops, kick, Davis wide open on the right wing. Oh man, so much space for Brittany Davis. Another one for BD. 22 points in the game, and Christy Curry will call timeout with 8:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Alabama leads Norfolk State 81-27 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Crimson Tide fans, as our state moves to the next chapter, the Alabama Department of Public Health is shifting strategies from emergency response to one that minimizes daily disruption to our lives. COVID-19 vaccines and boosters are widely available to anyone 6 months of age and older should you decide that you need one. Together, we can help to protect each other moving forward. For more information on COVID vaccines and virus prevention, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/COVID-19.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Alabama can take home another Iron Bowl victory. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay in T-Town, get the University of Alabama Regents Visa debit card. Tap to pay contactless card technology and Lock-It card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit regents.com/GoBama. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 65 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crisp, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs, Golden Flake Snacks are a winning combination with Alabama basketball. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
Tide fans, listen to Hey Coach with Nate Oates from Baumhauer's Victory Grill on Mondays from 6 to 7 on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Hey Coach, featuring Alabama head basketball coach Nate Oates, presented by Alpha Insurance. 8:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Alabama's lead is 79-27. And they went back to the monitor during the timeout and said Sarah Ashley Barker's shot did not beat the buzzer. So, alas, it was 81-27. Now it's 79-27. The 3 by Davis was still good. And now Alabama's got Nye, Mingo Young, Barber, Cunningham, Barker out on the floor. For Norfolk State, they're trying to do the end of this game without Nia Fields, one of their best contributors. and with Mahogany Williams and Kiera Wheeler with 4 fouls. So it's Denasia Williams, Alana Swift, Crystal White, Sky Robinson, and Camille Downs, who I think's actually played pretty solid, but the stats don't really back that up. Dribbled out of control at times. Swift will bring it into the front court, immediately met by Hannah Barber. Moving to her right, handoff. This is Crystal White, back to the middle, up top, it's Downs. Downs against Nye. Downs will drive. She lost the basketball, trying to fight through Cunningham, and Nye just pulls up. Too strong, backside rebound by Mingo Young. Here comes Alabama. Jemiah Mingo Young to Barker, deep in the left corner. Barker, long pass off the side of the backboard, and somehow Nye got it. And then she almost threw it away. She did. Mingo Young couldn't make the collection. Norfolk State basketball. Barker threw it off the side of the backboard. It ricocheted to Nye, but then chaos ensued, and now here come the Spartans. 7:30 left in the game, 79-27 Alabama. Swift, starting on the left to White, up top, Williams. Denasia Williams. Denasia Williams, pull up from the right elbow, and she walked with it. Prior to the shot, a travel on Williams. That's turnover number 21 for Norfolk State, as Barber, Nye, and Barker check out. Cobbins, McQueen, Weathers on the court for the Crimson Tide. Mahogany Williams returns for Norfolk State. Out goes Crystal White. Throw into McQueen. 7:20 left in the game. Up ahead to Cobbins, right in front of me here on the right side. Back up top to McQueen, who dribbles to her right. Looking for a swing, nothing there. Now gives it to Mingo Young, who hands it off to McQueen. Loyal McQueen drives, kick out. Mingo Young's wide open from the top of the arc. Her three was no good. Cunningham fights for it, but it's tipped to Swift, and here she comes after the board. Alana Swift hands it off to Camille Downs. Rise and fire from the top of the arc. No good. Rebound loose, taken by Cunningham for Alabama. 6:47 left in the game. Still 79-27 Crimson Tide. McQueen, screen from Cunningham. McQueen, drive, kick, Cobbins, shot fake in the right corner. She'll drive. Back up top to Loyal McQueen. Now McQueen attacks the lane. McQueen's shot is blocked by Mahogany Williams, taken away by Denasia Williams. Here she comes. Nobody got in front of her, and then the layup was not the best. Too strong and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Norfolk State. Alabama basketball with 6:25 left in the game, 79-27. It looked like Williams was expecting somebody to come over. Nobody did, and the shot was just awkward. White back on. Diawara returns for Norfolk State. Downs and Robinson check out. 6:25 left in the game. Alabama still leads by 52, 79-27. Mingo Young, cross-court pass to Loyal McQueen, breaks the pressure. Now McQueen has an alley. McQueen, a floater. No, it was too strong off the back iron. Rebound by Diawara for Norfolk State. She gets it to Swift, who is functioning as the point guard now, you would think, for the remainder of the game. Up top to Diawara. Moving to her right now, trying to hand off. Nobody was there. Now finds Denasia Williams to White. Back to Swift. 10 on the shot clock. Swift against Weathers. Swift, kick, Diawara, right corner, three up, no. Off the front, rebound by Weathers. Dribbling through traffic, had a tip from behind, and taken by Norfolk State. Williams tipped it, and then the other Williams, Mahogany, takes it all the way and gets the layup. 79-29 Alabama, 5:34 left in the contest. McQueen to Mingo Young. Alabama trying to break the press. Back to McQueen, across half court to Weathers, right side, shot fake. Cross court to Mingo Young. Now Mingo Young drives, throws it off the foot of White, back to Mingo Young, kick out to McQueen, whose three is good. Sure. Loyal McQueen knocks it down, 82-29 Alabama, 5:07 left in the game. Not quite sure how that worked, but you'll take it. Swift brings it up. To Williams on the right wing, tried to feed up top, and Mingo Young tipped it away. White comes to get it, so no turnover for Norfolk State. Back to Denasia Williams on the right wing. Up top, Mahogany Williams for three. No, missed everything, and Swift tried to save it, but she was out of bounds when she touched it. and we head to a timeout with 4:42 left in the game. Alabama leads Norfolk State 82-29. The Tide cruising to a 9-2 record. 4:42 left. Don't go anywhere here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Alabama One is a proud supporter of the University of Alabama Athletics. At Alabama One, we understand you have big life goals. Whether you're paying off student debt, buying a home, or retiring, your big life goals require healthy finances. As a full-service credit union, Alabama One offers our members the resources you need to reach your goals, including better rates than most banks and a full suite of products, including credit cards and loans for mortgages, cars, businesses, and land. Visit us in person or online, alabama1.org. Alabama One is an equal housing lender.
Tide fans, flu season is just around the corner, and the Alabama Department of Public Health wants to remind Tide fans that this year it's more important than ever to get your flu shot. Research shows that it's possible to have the flu and COVID-19 at the same time. This flu season, protect yourself and the people around you from flu and help reduce the strain on your local healthcare system, who is still responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/flu.
4:42 left here in Coleman Coliseum. It has been a dominant day for the Alabama Crimson Tide. 82-29 the lead over Norfolk State. Remember, after the game, make sure that you catch the Regions post-game show. We will have the head coach, Christy Curry, sitting right next to me. We'll have final stats, live player interviews, scoreboard updates, an update on what's happening between Tennessee and Stanford. Spoiler alert, it's a good game. All that and more. And make sure you get your Alabama Visa check card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. Gray Robertson in for Roger Hoover, Ethan Carabin, Jerry Kelly, the whole gang, watching as Alabama rumbles against Norfolk State 82-29. 4:42 left. The Tide with Barker, McQueen, Weathers, Kyla Wade Warren, who's just checked in, and I believe Aleonai, who is standing in front of the scorer's table. But there are only 4 people on the floor right now. Here comes Mingo Young. Okay. Barker will throw it in to Jemiah Mingo Young. Back to Barker. Long pass. Carly Weathers wide open. Left wing 3 off the front out to Barker, who lost the basketball. Norfolk State takes it away up ahead to Denasia Williams. Her layup is knocked out of bounds. She couldn't even get the shot off. But Spartan basketball with 4:26 left in the game. Nye will now check in for Mingo Young. 82-29 Crimson Tide. Spartan basketball from underneath. Swift throws it in to Wheeler. Handoff right back to Swift in the right corner. Now right back to Wheeler against Kyla Wade Warren. Wheeler pulls up, rattles around, just falls out. Rebound by Barker. Barker on the move. Driving, kick, Weathers. Now she'll drive, kick out, right wing. It's Nye, 3, no, but Wade Warren is there. Can't get the putback. Backside, it's Barker, and she gets the finish. 84-29, Alabama. 3:56 left. A resounding game today for the Crimson Tide as they look to finish non-con play strong. Swift ahead to Williams. Williams to Williams. Mahogany's got it at the high post. She'll drive, stop, kick, Swift, right corner. Thought about it. A lot of dribbling. Now a kick out up top to Denasia Williams. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Swift with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3. Swift will drive, pull up from the right side, misses everything. And it's a shot clock violation on Norfolk State with 3:28 left. Abrams and Cobbins return. Nye and Barker will check out. 84-29 Alabama. Cobbins into McQueen. Ahead to Abrams. to Weathers, left corner, pull up, no, off the front iron. Rebound by Norfolk State. It was White who got it. Flip to Swift, who gets across half court. Not quite as strong a shooting day for Carly Weathers from beyond the arc. Swift to Wheeler now on the right wing. Fakes the handoff, now going one-on-one with Wade Warren. Wheeler, nice move, but the shot off the glass is no good. Rebound by McQueen for Alabama. 3 minutes left. McQueen, flip, Weathers. Stop, kick, Wade Warren, shot fake on the left wing. Now she'll drive and lose the basketball out of bounds. A turnover for Alabama. Gives it back to Norfolk State with 2:51 left, 84-29, Crimson Tide. Just 2 more non-conference games left. They're both this week. Southeastern Louisiana on Tuesday, North Florida on Thursday. Swift drives, now to Williams on the right wing, give to White at the top of the arc. She'll drive and then put up a crazy shot that's knocked out of bounds by Wheeler. Alabama ball with 2:31 left. It was a running floater, nearly going out of bounds by White, and Wheeler reached around Wade Warren and knocked it out. Alabama brings it up now. Here comes McQueen. Stop. And she pulls out on the left wing. Screen from Wade Warren. Give left side. It's Weathers. 3, touches every part of the rim and then falls out. Rebound by Norfolk State with 2:12 left. Swift on the run. Kick out. Mahogany Williams, right wing. She will drive against Weathers. Shot up, hit the bottom of the rim, and it's rebounded by Wade Warren. To Abrams now with 2 minutes left. Still 84-29 Crimson Tide. Abrams, screen from Wade Warren. Abrams all the way off the glass, rattles around and drops. 86-29 Crimson Tide, 1:50 left. A quiet day for Megan Abrams, but that was as Abrams as it gets on the drive and the kiss off the glass. Swift ahead, now she'll take it all the way and be fouled by Wade Warren. So Swift will head to the line. The FIU transfer, redshirt junior Alana Swift. She is perfect on the season from the free throw line, 3 for 3. Gianna Cunningham has checked back in for Alabama. Kyla Wade Warren has exited. 86-29 Crimson Tide, 1:37 left. First free throw for Swift is off the back iron, no good. Remember, folks, coming up, we've got the Regions post-game show. Lot to discuss with the head coach, Christy Curry. Second free throw is good for Swift. 86-30 Alabama, 1:37 left. Throw into McQueen, long pass out to Carly Weathers, who gives it to Cunningham, who finishes with ease on the left block. 88-30 Crimson Tide, 1:26 left. Beautiful recognition of the situation on the 2-on-1 by the freshman Weathers, and Cunningham gets the basket. Now here's Mahogany Williams up top. Give right side, it's Swift. 88-30 Alabama. Swift dribbling, driving, stops, kick out. Mahogany Williams inside the three-point line. Shot was no good. Rebound on the left by McQueen. Loyal McQueen runs up with 1:03 left, and a foul is called on Swift to slow down Loyal McQueen. That's the first foul on Swift, the first team foul for Norfolk State here in this fourth quarter. Alabama has outscored Norfolk State 44-9 in the second half. Mingo Young back in, Abrams out for the Crimson Tide with 1:03 left. 88-30, Alabama about to move to 9-2 on the season. Norfolk State facing a drop to 9-3. Mingo Young throws it into Cunningham. Handoff to Mingo Young. Right side, it's Weathers. Thought about the 3, now she'll drive. Kick out, McQueen, left side. She's open for 3. Another one. Loyal McQueen, 4 today from beyond the arc. 91 for Alabama. And the margin is 61, 91-30 with 50 seconds left. Swift across half court. To Williams, handoff to the other Williams, Denasia. Now back to Swift on the left wing. With 38 seconds left, Swift will drive, stop, pull up at the free throw line. No, rebound is fought for by 3 Bama players and taken away by Mingo Young. Jemiah Mingo Young in transition. Mingo Young all the way, and she's fouled by Mahogany Williams with 27.5 left. Jemiah Mingo Young will head to the stripe for 2. And Mahogany Williams has fouled out. 2 points on the day for her. second team All-MEAC last year, but a quiet day, 1 for 6 from the floor, just 1 rebound. Alabama's dominated on the glass. We haven't even talked about it. 54-28 edge for the Crimson Tide. Mingo Young's first free throw is no good. Just their second miss this year. And now 5 for 7 in the game. Shot clock is off. Second free throw is perfect for Mingo Young. 92-30, Alabama. 25 seconds left. The Tide has performed well today. Swift up ahead with 20 seconds with 19. Drive, stop, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound is tipped and taken by McQueen with 13 seconds, and that will wrap up this bad boy. McQueen will take it across half court and settle things. Alabama will move to 9-2 on the season. Norfolk State will drop to 9-3, a resounding 92-30 victory for the Alabama Crimson Tide here on this Sunday in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. When we come back, we'll have the Regions post-game show and a chat with the head coach, Christy Curry. That's on the other side here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Crimson Tide fans, as our state moves to the next chapter, the Alabama Department of Public Health is shifting strategies from emergency response to one that minimizes daily disruption to our lives. COVID-19 vaccines and boosters are widely available to anyone 6 months of age and older should you decide that you need one. Together, we can help to protect each other moving forward. For more information on COVID vaccines and virus prevention, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/COVID-19.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Barker to Barber. Back to Barker across half court. Sarah Ashley Barker against Fields, trying to work. Barker driving. Oh, what a take! And a layup. Beautiful. Sarah Ashley Barker. 57-21 Crimson Tide. And things certainly got a little lopsided from there as Alabama beats Norfolk State 92-30 to improve to 9-2 on the season. It's the Regions post-game show here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Get your University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card. Visit regions.com/GoBama to order yours today. And we start things off with our usual chat with the head coach, Christy Curry, presented by Cook's Pest Control. And Coach, there's a lot that we can talk about this game, but I want to pinpoint a moment. With 6:10 left in the second quarter, it was 27-19. There was some chaotic mess. There was a turnover, there was a steal, and that led to an open shot for your team. And from then on, you outscored Norfolk State 65-11. What was the difference from then to the end?
You know, I'm not sure, other than just great effort defensively. You know, I thought we were really able to create and be disruptive on the defensive end. And I thought we rebounded the ball really well today and did a much better job of sharing the basketball, you know, and getting to the free throw line. It's funny how you just think that sharing the ball affects, you know, the catch and shoot, but I thought we were really able to get some penetration on reversal and Really loved who our team was today, and just a phenomenal job. I think we're +5 at the half on the boards. We ended up +17. We had 11 assists at half. We ended up with 21. I think those numbers are really special considering, we had a lead at the half and we didn't have a let-up today, and I thought we saw some growth there.
Yeah, Coach, we've talked a lot the last couple weeks about rebounding in these last two games, +19 against Little Rock, and today a 55-28 edge. How have you seen that focal point and what you've done in practice really show up on the court?
Well, just, I've said this, we've just, accountability. I mean, it's been unacceptable, and I think our kids have responded. I know you're like, well, okay, well, look who you're, it doesn't matter. It's all about effort and energy, and I thought at the end of the day, we've really gone and rebounded outside of our area and really had some hustle on the boards, and I think it's really become contagious. And it's something that, we've got to fight and claw each and every rebound as we head into the SEC. And we know, starting with Georgia, how good they are on the glass. It's something we've got to continue to improve, and it's all effort. It's not size, it's not athleticism, it's just effort. And I love who our kids are being right now.
I want to ask about Loyal McQueen. 20 points today, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. What did she bring today out there, and what was a very impressive performance?
Well, she was 8 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. She came out, she was aggressive when they took the drive away. She took the catch and shoot. And, that last pass from Carly Weathers to Gianna, and then Carly finds Loyal on the next series, just so selfless. I mean, in both of those, just Loyal today just took what they gave her. And, I mean, she's just so important to our team and is really playing some good basketball right now. I'm happy for her because she works so hard.
Coach, you mentioned the Georgia game. That's in a couple weeks. We've got a full week of...
Believe me, I'm worried about Southeast Louisiana. They're picked to win their league. They haven't played since the 13th. They're going to come in here fresh and ready to go. They nearly about beat LSU and Baton Rouge. So, I thought Norfolk State was a really good team, and I think they'll compete for their league championship. I liked who we were today. It was more about how Bama needed to be, and same way we're going to have to be against a very good, well-coached Southeast Louisiana team that has a lot of fifth-year kids and a lot of maturity, and they played Utah. They played a really tough schedule, so we got to be ready to roll.
It's a quick turnaround, Coach, and we'll see you then. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Roll Tide.
That is Alabama head coach Christy Curry after a very resounding victory over Norfolk State, 92-30 here at Coleman Coliseum. Our interview with Christy Curry is presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's Pest Control and Centricon, the unbeatable combination in termite protection. We will step aside. When we come back, we will roll right along on the Regions postgame show with final stats, scoreboard updates, and everything else we need to finish off the day as Alabama beats Norfolk State 92-30 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi,